debris are flowing again from the volcano of fire. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez is in El Rodeo.
We saw people either turning around in their cars or literally running for their lives because in the not too far distance you can see a new plume of ash and smoke that was rising.
At least 75 people have been killed in Guatemala, 192 listed as missing. In Hawaii, 2 oceanfront communities have been buried in lava. KGMB TV's Maleka Lincoln.
Hundreds of homes potentially lost here in the Kapoho and Vacationland area. Right now, there is new lava that is just now pouring into this area.
There's new insight into the apparent suicide of fashion designer Kate Spade. Live to CBS's Vicki Barker.
Kate Spade's older sister was devastated but not surprised when she heard the news. Rita Saffo told the Kansas City Star her sister suffered from bipolar disorder in recent years. Saffo said she and other loved ones made multiple attempts to get her help, but at the last minute, Kate Spade would always refuse, in part because she feared damage to her brand. Sometimes, Saffo said, you simply cannot save people from themselves. Deborah?
If you're in the market for a job, there are plenty around. CBS's Diane King Hall.
For the first time since the government began tracking job openings in 2000, there are more open jobs in the U.S. than unemployed workers to fill them.
And that, analysts say, could help boost wages. S&P futures up 5. This is CBS News.
You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
The following call is real. It took place between an OnStar advisor and a member.
OnStar emergency.
I was just rear-ended and I have a child in the car.
Does anyone hurt?
My son says his head hurts.
I have you at Central Avenue.
No matter where you are, you're never alone with OnStar.
I'll bring my partner on the line.
Okay, Miss Bull, I am sending first responders to help. How old is your child? He's 4. I know this was a scary situation for you, but I'm going to be right here with you. I'm so scared for my son right now. Keep talking to him. Keep him alert. I'm sorry. No, that's what I'm here for.
An emergency medical dispatch certified advisor is there for you, ready to help, 24 hours a day.
Okay, it looks like the first responders coming out.
Go ahead and speak with them. Please know we are here whenever you need us.
Thank you.
OnStar is available on Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. OnStar. Be safe out there. OnStar advisors certified by International Academies of Emergency Dispatch. OnStar acts as a link to emergency services. Visit OnStar.com for details.
Minding your P's and Q's? New research shows your animals do.
Does your pet have better manners than you? It was once believed that two-way conversations were unique to the human species. Scientists now know better. Conversations are common across the spectrum of animal life. And what's more, a new study finds that animals don't interrupt. They take turns talking to each other. The intricacies of animal speak are still not well understood despite many studies, but what experts have learned is animals communicate in a variety of ways, and their communications are much more advanced than first thought. Jim Chenevies, CBS News.
A week after she was fired, her hit show canceled over a racist tweet, Roseanne Barr has sent out a mysterious message. In a new tweet, she's promising to make restitution. Barr doesn't elaborate, but there's been speculation ABC could resurrect the show in a spin-off focusing on the Connor's daughter, Darlene, played by Sarah Gilbert. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Texting enrolls for alerts and offers via automatic text message. Message and data rates may apply.
Hello, America. This is Martha Stewart. Now you can cook great tasting dinners at home, and it's easy. Forget about frozen foods and takeout. Instead, join me for great home-cooked food. Introducing Martha and Marley Spoon Meal Kits. Pre-portioned fresh ingredients with my wonderful easy-to-follow recipes delivered right to your door. And right now you can try 3 for free. For a very limited time, I'm offering 3 free Martha and Marley Spoon meals to everyone, anywhere. Imagine cooking butter-basted steak, Berkshire pork tenderloin, cheese-stuffed chicken, and more. With new recipes every week, Martha and Marley Spoon helps you put a delicious dinner on your table in around 30 minutes.
For 3 free meals and free shipping, text FOOD to 246810. Just text the word FOOD to 246810 for details. Hurry, 3 free won't last long. Text FOOD to 246810.
U.S. Bank encourages you to think outside the square. U.S. Bank in Glasgow offers multiple solutions to take credit card payments from your phone or tablet. Yes, U.S. Bank can take your small business mobile. Call Irvin Sorrell at 659-3200 in Glasgow, or Wes Mauser at 651-2106, or in Cave City, call Cheryl Davidson at 773-3112. Whether you're selling produce at the farmer's market or finalizing a construction project, U.S. Bank has a payment solution for you with 24/7 customer service. So think outside the square for your small business. It's all of us serving you. U.S. Bank, member FDIC.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital will be hosting their annual Community Health Fair on this Saturday, June 16th from 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. in the TJ Health Pavilion. A basic lab panel that includes calcium and glucose screenings, as well as a lipid panel that includes cholesterol and triglyceride readings, will be provided free to the first 500 community members. Men can get a PSA test for free as well. Bone density screenings, height, weight, and blood pressure screenings will also be free of charge. 3 different types of vascular screenings that can identify your risk of heart attack will be offered for $50 each, or all 3 for $120. Vascular screenings will be cash or check only. No insurance will be filed for the vascular screenings. Many other TJ Sampson professionals will be available to answer questions and provide health-related information. For accurate results, you are asked not to eat or drink the morning of the test. For more information or to register, please visit our website at tjsampson.org.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. 59 degrees as we wake up to a sunny blue sky out there, and staff meteorologist Ray Stajic on duty at the Weather Channel says that's going to be the order of the day in the next couple of days.
The threat for rain limited. I don't think we'll see much rain over the next few days. It's the upcoming weekend. Some concern, low pressure passing north, dragging a front through here, and it'll drag it through, so it'll take its sweet time. And each day over the upcoming weekend, a fair chance of showers, thunderstorms. Today, just ISOs, which means something trying to go here and there, and that's going to be mainly during the afternoon hours. I don't see much rain at all. If it does rain, it's one of those days where, see the clouds try to build, and you'd be like, I wonder if it's going to rain. Well, I think if anything, it'll be limited. 87 degrees, and this morning, wow, look at the car thermometer. That temperature is down below average by 3-5 degrees, so it is very pleasant. And the pleasant air continues as we head on through the afternoon with just a touch of humidity. Overnight tonight, clear 56. Tomorrow, sun and clouds. Beautiful day, but hotter. A little more humid at 92. Friday, mid-90s with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Then still in the low to mid-90s over the weekend. And we may get some afternoon showers and thunderstorms on Saturday, and some scattered storms are possible on Sunday. Right now, if there's changes I make for the weekend, temperatures may be a little hot. So that'll be one thing we'll be working on here over the next couple of days. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Current conditions, the winds are out of the northeast. There's the radar screen on the on WCLUradio.com and on EPB Channel 6, and it's mighty quiet out there. Now, as Ray says, we could cloud up a little bit, looking like rain, but it's really no moisture out there, just sort of a transitional part of the day. Now, the current conditions, the barometer is at 29.88, southeast winds at 1 mile an hour, 94% humidity, nothing in the bucket from the last 24 hours, 59 degrees. It's 6:10, live in the newsroom, round one of local news, and Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Glasgow police responded to a 3-vehicle accident at the intersection of South Lewis Street and East College Street. A 2000 Toyota driven by a juvenile was traveling eastbound on Lewis Street, pulled directly into the path of a 99 Pontiac driven by 45-year-old Nicole White of Glasgow, who was southbound on College Street. Knocked that vehicle into a 2017 Chevy truck driven by 23-year-old Zach Prophet of Columbia, who was stopped on Lewis Street. Nicole White was transported by Barron Metcalf EMS for treatment of injuries. The accident was investigated by Officer Howard Garrison. Glasgow Fire Department and Barron Metcalf EMS assisted. And State Fair tickets now are on discount if you purchase them online through Ticketmaster and the Kentucky Expo Center box office. Advanced discount tickets are just $7 a person. Parking's half off at $5 a vehicle now through August 15th. On August 16th, tickets will go up to $10 a person, and parking is $10 as well. You can also get advanced discount tickets at Kroger locations starting on July 6th. To find out this summer's State Fair lineup, go online to KentuckyStateFair.org. And with the most recent news from the Metcalfe County Board of Education, here is Superintendent Dr. Benny Lyle.
The Metcalfe County Board of Education met in session on Tuesday, June 4th. Highlight of the evening was a reception and recognition of our retirees from the district. Those were Peter DeStefano, Marianne Forbes, Kathy Jesse, Benny Stevens, and Beth Thompson. Those individuals have put in many years of dedicated service to our school system, and it just a good opportunity for the board and the community to show their appreciation. In action items, the board renewed the membership in the Green River Co-op, also agreed entering into a athletic training contract with TJ Sampson, approved student insurance and our insurance renewals, and awarded transportation bids, approved the 2018-19 salary schedule, set future board meeting dates, and approved the first read of KSBA 1819 policy updates. The next meeting of the Metcalfe County Board of Education will be July 10th.
And state police investigated a fatality yesterday afternoon. They received a call of the two-vehicle injury collision around 1 o'clock that had occurred near the Warren-Logan County line at the intersection of Russellville Road and Petros Road in Warren County. 77-year-old Lily Raymer was operating a 2001 Honda passenger car while traveling eastbound on Russellville Road. 62-year-old Howard Bradley was operating a 2016 Volvo semi-truck, was turning right from Petros Road eastbound onto Russellville Road. Raymer's vehicle struck the semi-truck in the rear end. Raymer succumbed to her injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene by the Warren County coroner. State police say they will continue to investigate. Right now it's 6:13 a.m. on this Wednesday morning, 59 degrees.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection. Best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Your next farm input provider.
In more local news, all they know is to eat. Those are the words of Al Dilley, who's a Glasgow resident. He also owns Goat Breeders. Here's this story from Kentucky.com.
I'm cleaning up some properties in an environmental friendly solution. We We come in, the goats, we've set up fencing. It's electrified, and we turn the goats loose, and they eat what they like first. They are browsers. They'll run here to there. They don't stay in one spot very long, but primarily they're here to knock this vegetation down where the city can see what they've got, and probably going to make some decisions on if they'll further maintain or they're going to change or whatever. But bring the heavy machinery in, you're going to destroy some stuff you probably wouldn't want to save. And if you use manually, it's probably going to be more expensive. Plus, you're dealing with workman's comp issues, injuries, ticks, snakes, or whatever. And the goats, they don't sue you. All they know to do is eat.
How long will you be here?
That is a big question. Normally, 15 goats will do an acre in a couple of weeks, more or less. If we have a lot of rain, it all depends on. But that's basically, in my experience with them, that usually is pretty well to the point. I delivered them last Thursday. It takes a couple of days for them to really get settled in and all the strange noises, but now they're pretty well settled.
A lot of people from the public stop by to see you?
Yes, they do.
Are they come to see you or the goats?
The goats.
Ask a lot of questions?
Yeah, they do, and I enjoy talking with them. And you know, you have to be a little crazy to do something like this, but I enjoy working with animals. Every morning I get up, I want a purpose in life. You know, I can drink only so much coffee and tell so many tales, and I'm done. I need to be doing something.
That was Glasgow resident Al Dilly. To find out more about goat breeders, you can go online to goatbrowsers.com. And what began around a kitchen table has now turned into a legacy. Tune into this morning's top story at 7 to find out everything that happened in between. And Barron County Sheriff's Office has made 2 arrests. Deputy Adam Bowe made a traffic stop on a 2008 Chevy Impala around Combs Boulevard in Glasgow. Now, once Deputy Bowe initiated his emergency lights and sirens, the vehicle turned onto Lee Street. The driver got out and fled on foot. Deputy Bowe caught the suspect a short distance later. Arrested was 30-year-old Robert Adam Shirley of Lloyd Street in Glasgow. He was arrested on charges of fleeing or evading police, 1 headlight, possession of a controlled substance, failure to signal. In addition, he had a Barron County arrest warrant for charges of receiving stolen property. Deputy Joseph Ford assisted Deputy Bowe. And on Monday around 10:30, Deputy Adam Bowe responded to Louisville Road for a drug complaint. Deputy Bowe made contact with the occupant of the home, and the occupant denied search of the property. Deputy Bowe then called in probation and parole officer Jason Alexander, at which the occupant was arrested on a charge of a probation violation. Deputy Bowe then obtained a search warrant, and the occupant was arrested for additional drug charges. 40-year-old Jeremy Burge was arrested for probation violation, possession of a controlled substance, first and second degree, possession of marijuana, and drug paraphernalia. Deputy Bowe was assisted by Deputies Aaron Bennett, B.J. Childress, and Kentucky State Police. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 6:19 a.m., 59 degrees.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Canceling most of the annual August recess. In a statement yesterday, the Kentucky Republican accused Democrats of, quote, historic obstruction of Senate business. Democrats made similar claims about Republicans when they controlled the Senate during the first 2 years of the Obama administration. McConnell said work will continue on budget bills and confirming President Trump's judicial nominees and picks for some top federal jobs. A Northern Kentucky jailer is now herself behind bars for allegedly smuggling contraband and fondling inmates.
Grant County jailer Amber Wyatt was arrested and charged with receiving stolen property, promoting contraband, and sexual abuse after police learned of incidents that allegedly took place in April and May. Wyatt is accused of letting inmates take around $3,000 worth of items from a property closet and bringing in electronic cigarettes, candy, and sodas from home. Wyatt is also accused of sexually abusing 2 inmates at least 10 times. She's since been released from jail. I'm Haley Hansen.
And emergency crews are on the scene of an apparent explosion at a home in Georgetown. The blast was reported around 2:30 this morning. Neighbors say they heard a loud boom before seeing the house on fire. There's no word if anyone was in the home at the time of the blast.
Justify. Here we go. Number one.
And Justify will try and win the Triple Crown from the rail. Despite the tough draw, he is once again the morning line favorite at 4-5. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network. Did you know that last year in Kentucky there were over 9,000 crashes involving semi-trucks, resulting in 93 deaths? It's time we all take responsibility on the highways and share the roads safely with each other. Kentucky State Police will be looking for aggressive cars and trucks on the highways. If you are tailgating a big truck or cut a truck off, you may receive a ticket. Please, drive like your life depends on it, because it does.
This is Officer Chris McQueen with the Kentucky State Police. No matter where you drive across the state of Kentucky, crashes can happen anywhere around here, so we pay attention to unbuckled drivers and passengers. So get in and buckle up day and night. Kentucky, these are our communities. If writing a ticket can prevent tragedies like the ones I've seen, I'll do it. Why? Because it saves lives.
A message from law enforcement officers across Kentucky and the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, who remind you, click it or ticket.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
It's 6:23 at WCLU and 59 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, Wanda J. Martin, age 75, of Glasgow, died Tuesday at Hospice House of Southern Kentucky in Bowling Green. Born in Glasgow, she was the daughter of the late Elmer and Lucille Weaver Johnson. Wanda was a member of the Siloam Baptist Church, a homemaker, and a member of the Bristoltown Cedar Grove Homemakers Club. Survivors include her husband, David C. Martin, a daughter, Jenny Turner, and husband, Randy of Glasgow, a son, Scott Martin of Glasgow, 3 grandchildren, Matthew Turner and Bryce and Bryn Martin, a brother, Elmer Wayne Johnson of Glasgow, a nephew, Eric Wayne Johnson, and wife, Kim, and a great-nephew, Evan Johnson. Service for Wanda J. Martin will be at 11 o'clock on Friday morning at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Visitation will be Thursday from 4 until 8 and Friday until time for service. Alternate expressions of sympathy may be made in the form of contributions to the Siloam Baptist Church or to Gideon's International. Daisy Pearl Taylor, age 69, of Upton, died Monday at Hart Memorial Hospital. Mrs. Taylor is survived by her husband, Floyd Taylor, a son, Timothy Taylor of Calhoun, a daughter, Angela Taylor of E-Town, 3 grandchildren, Whitney Beard and Serenity Taylor of E-Town, and Ashley Pumphrey of Vine Grove, and 1 great-grandchild, Weston Michael Fox of Vine Grove. 2 brothers, John Wallace of Bonneville and James Alex Wallace of Munfordville. 5 sisters, Mary Ross of Bonneville, Judy Salee of Magnolia, Dorothy Salee of Munfordville, Janet Wallace and Lottie Wallace, both of Bonneville. Service for Daisy Pearl Taylor will be at 1 o'clock on Thursday afternoon at Seco Funeral Home. Burial in the Concord Cemetery. Visitation begins at 12 noon today and continues Thursday until time for services. Roddy Irvin Morgan, age 82, of Glasgow, died Monday at the Medical Center of Bowling Green. Mr. Morgan worked at Sorensen's in Glasgow and later was employed by R.R. Donnelly in Glasgow for over 23 years. He was a member of the Coral Hill Baptist Church. Survivors include his wife of 17 years, Joyce Gosser Morgan, a son, Kenneth Morgan of Glasgow, 3 grandchildren, Trina Humphrey of Glasgow, Brandy Crane of Glasgow, and Stephen Morgan of Tompkinsville. 6 grandchildren, Michael Marsh of Glasgow, Jackson Humphrey of Glasgow, Amber Morgan of Tompkinsville, Ashley Morgan of Tompkinsville, Tayshawn Barlow of Glasgow, and Jayla Barlow of Glasgow. 2 great-great-grandchildren, Liam and Eliana Marsh of Glasgow, and 5 sisters, Nora Pursley and Margaret Mortimer of Glasgow, Minnie Garrison of Scottsville, Wanda Perkins and Judy Turner, both of Glasgow. 4 brothers, Gene Morgan of Ohio, Terry Morgan of Glasgow, Roger Morgan of Oakland, and Ronnie Morgan of Glasgow. Sisters-in-law, Marjorie Morgan and Marilyn Morgan, both of Indiana. Service for Roddy Irvin Morgan will be at 1 o'clock on Thursday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Visitation begins at 11 o'clock today and continues Thursday until time for service. Alternate expressions of sympathy can be made to the Coral Hill Baptist Church Building Fund. Jess Ray Rigdon, age 87, of Glasgow, died Saturday at his residence. After graduating from Austin Tracy High School, and he entered the United States Army and served during the Korean conflict. Upon returning, he began his career in telephone communications with South Central Rural Telephone. He soon moved to General Telephone Company that later became Verizon, the company from which he retired. He was a lifetime member of the Independent Telephone Pioneers Association and a member of the First United Methodist Church. Survivors include his wife, Charlotte Bowles Rigdon, a daughter, Dr. Amelia Kaiser, and her husband, Dr. Kyle Kaiser, 2 grandchildren, Olivia Bay Kaiser and Stratton Riley Kaiser, all of Glasgow, along with several nieces and nephews. Funeral services for Jess Ray Rigdon will be held at 1 o'clock on Saturday at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery, burials to be in the Heistville Cemetery, with military honors provided by the Glasgow Chapter 20 of the DAV. Visitation will be after 10 o'clock Friday at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Jennifer Jen Polig Slinker, age 41, passed away Friday at her home in Daniels, West Virginia. She loved gardening, hiking, and spending time with her family. She inspired others and was loved by so many people. Jen loved working with young children, and while in South Korea, she volunteered at an orphanage. She is survived by her husband, Kevin Slinker, a son, Caden, a daughter, Katie, parents, David and Catherine Polig of Draper, Virginia, sisters, Emily Polig of Pleasant Grove, Utah, Miriam Polig Call of Boston, Massachusetts, Bonnie Roberts of Cookeville, Tennessee, a brother, Emil Polig of Austin, Texas, grandmother, Jean Davis of West Augusta, Virginia, parents-in-law, Stanley and Betty Slinker of Knob Lick, stepdaughter, Katie Slinker of Columbia, Nicole Slinker Rodenberg of Louisville, a brother-in-law, Kent Slinker of San Antonio, Texas, sister-in-law, Donna Slinker Walton of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Memorial service for Jennifer Jen Polig Slinker will be at 2 o'clock Saturday at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Max Meadows, Virginia. There will be a private viewing at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home in Glasgow on Thursday, June the 7th at 10 a.m., with interment to follow at the Slinker family plot in Greene County Farm in Kentucky. Contributions may be sent to the Intermountain Foundation at Primary Children's Hospital in Salt Lake City or to the Autism Society of America. Funeral services for Velma Starr Graven, age 97, of Bowling Green, will be at 2 o'clock today at the Hardy & Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel. Burial will follow in the Fairview Cemetery, number 2. Graveside service for Lula Ann Slaughter, age 100, of Munfordville, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Hawkins Cemetery in Edmonson County. Seagull Funeral Home is in charge. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
59 degrees. Ray Stajic says, let's enjoy yet another nice day here in south central Kentucky.
Today's one of those days where clouds try to build. Think if anything, it'll be limited. At temperatures down below average by 3-5 degrees, and the pleasant air continues as we head on through the afternoon with just a touch of humidity. 87 degrees, and overnight tonight, clear 56. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, beautiful day, but hotter, a little more humid at 92. Friday, mid-90s with a mix of clouds and sunshine, then still in the low to mid-90s over the weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Crystal clear on the radar screen this morning. A nice shot out there any way that you look. The barometer is at 29.88. Southeast winds hardly blowing at 1 mile an hour, 94% humidity. No precip in the past 24 hours, 59. It is 6:32 now.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, total local care 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total local care 24/7.
Yes, and when you hear the Ralphie's commercial, you know what that means. It's time for us to talk about birthdays today and wedding anniversaries as well. Let's get the correct theme song up here to make sure you know that we're talking birthdays today. And I've got a couple in 2 or 3 different locations here trying to get it all on the same paper. But today I want to, first of all, begin by wishing a happy birthday to Butch Humphrey. Miss Butch Humphrey is having a birthday today. It is Linda Rutledge with a birthday. Happy birthday to Geneva Riddle. Happy birthday to Carolyn Edwards, who is celebrating. It's the birthday today also of Bryson Forrest. Brandon Newton is celebrating a birthday. I think I had an age on Brandon somewhere. Let me find that. Well, how about this? He's 21. Brandon Newton is 21 today. And on the anniversary side of things, we've got Lisa and Michael Tobit. It's their 2nd anniversary. And we've got Melanie and Jeff Reed. Can you believe for Melanie and Jeff, it is their 20th wedding anniversary. Congratulations. 651-9149, 800-956-1023, or online a real simple click at WCLUradio.com. I'm sure we've missed a few, and I think I lost one on the way to work. I'll get it all together here just in a second. Thank you so much to Ralphie's Fun Center.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
All day of music. Derek St. Holmes, the Greg Martin Group, Cold Truth, Sour Cream, Telldragger, 9 Horse Johnson, and more. Admission is only $20. BYOB and coolers are welcome. Vendors, a silent auction, raffles. Proceeds benefiting the Freedom Warriors Veterans Organization. The 12th annual Vet Jam and 5K Run. Saturday, June 9th, 1348 Rocky Hill Road in Glasgow.
Always fun. Vet Jam. All right, 637 at WCLU. We're just about ready to roll into the archives. I want to make sure that you know about a couple of things here. We have the Fruit of the Spirit Vacation Bible School at Glasgow First Nazarene Church is starting tonight, going through Friday, 5:30 until 7:30. Join us for Bible stories, crafts, games, and snacks. You can pre-register your child's name to get a correct shirt size. Register online at gfnaz.com, or you can visit him on their Facebook page. Also, we have the big cruise-in this Saturday. It's the Cruise Into Spring Car Show, downtown Glasgow, from 9 until 2. Registration begins at 9 over at the gazebo. Call for information at 651-7255. Always a big weekend during the big spring car show. Sometimes it helps to understand things by looking at how we got here. And that's what we're doing today on the archives, as we do each and every day here on WCLU. We'll look at some of the things that have been harvested from the archivists at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. What a nice place to have on our side, to have on our roster of wonderful things. And we'll get started after this word from the sponsor, Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services.
One of the realities of old man winter is things need repairing. But when spring comes, don't be in a rush to get your agricultural or industrial equipment back up and running. Call Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services today and get those repairs done before spring. And even if you have a smaller operation or you just need some odds and ends for your home repairs, Joseph A. Wade is here to meet those needs as well. Joseph A. Wade is located on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, family owned and operated since 1985, a Wright Tool distributor.
All right, let's go down memory lane, explain some things here. First of all, before we do that, I want to talk about down at the Cultural Center this past weekend, they had that book signing for Kyle Bowles and his new book, which is Mama's Old Bean Kettle. Let me hold it up there. There's Mama's Old Bean Kettle. Can you see that, Angela?
Where's the cornbread?
Well, it's over in the oven.
Okay, there you go.
But this is Mama's Old Bean Kettle and Other Short Stories of My Life. It's by Kyle Bowles. Kyle is a good fellow. A lot of folks know Kyle. He was born in an old farmhouse at Slick Rock in Barron County, Kentucky. Now he's a resident of Temple Hill. Kyle's parents were John Allen and Effie Pauline Bowles. He's the only boy in the family, it says here in his bio. He's got 5 sisters, and he's got quite the stories to tell. So be sure and get ready to read Mama's Old Bean Kettle. You can get that book down at the Cultural Center, by the way. It'll be a good way to settle in and enjoy some special reading.
For sure.
All right. 100 years ago. We're going back in time and starting in the archives.
Okay.
I'm choked up here. I got to snap out of that. All right, this day in 1918, Mr. Gilmore Biggers had the misfortune to lose a fine foxhound a few weeks ago. He valued the foxhound at $200. It is supposed that it was poisoned while chasing a fox in the Dry Ridge neighborhood. That's a bad way to lose a dog, to have it poisoned. I don't know, exactly. That's a mean thing to do, to poison a dog.
Right.
And these foxhounds, back in the day, were pretty much stellar animals to have. Mm-hmm. And my his brother, who was my grandfather, carved little dogs. It was sort of one of his passions. Very artistic, very talented, and he loved these hunting dogs, these foxhounds and bird dogs and other things like that. And they were just all mesmerized with them back in 1918. All right, also in 1918, I like the way this story is written. It's one way to make the news.
Okay.
Think about this. Mr. J.G. Crenshaw and Mr. Bob Owens have bought new cars and are learning to run them.
Well, I mean, you're going to have him, may as well learn to run.
Learning to run. It's not like, we got to park it and get out and look at it and see how to run it. Then we'll worry about how to drive it. But that was in 1918, the early days of vehicles.
Earlier.
That's right. Didn't drive them, you ran them. Sometimes you can run them right into something else.
Ain't that it?
1928. This is, I'll give you a little bit of a disclaimer right here. This is the way news stories were written in this day and time in 1928. So it is a part of our heritage. This story was in the Republican. Marshal Gene Wooten of Cave City has been in Glasgow again, this time with 5 Negroes, all of whom confessed to crap shooting and who were given a fine of $20 and costs, amounting to a modest sum of $26 each. 3 of them paid their fines, but the other 2 went to jail and let the county pay the fine.
Wow, crap shooting.
That's right. That's just the way that it was written back in the day, 1928. Apparently, it was a $20 in cost. In $1928, that was it was a stinging sort of a fine.
Let him shoot craps.
Well, I mean, they weren't going to do that in 1928. They got 5 were put in the jail because of that. But
that's ridiculous.
But that was 1928. 1938, big story here out at St. John's Catholic Church out at Sunfish, Kentucky, in Edmonson County, up close to the Grayson County line there.
Right.
Anyway, the St. John's Catholic Church was destroyed by fire this day in 1938 when lightning struck the church Sunday morning.
Well.
The building was 31 years old. It was a total loss, $10,000. That makes you think. Sunday morning, lightning comes in, strikes the church.
Goodness.
And nonetheless, the building was destroyed up at Sunfish. 1948, we have news out of Fountain Run. This is an interesting opening of a new business. We're always glad to hear, stories of new businesses around here.
Right.
And in 1948 in Fountain Run, a new business was opened up on Main Street Saturday when Mr. J.C. Gilley put in his 6x4 open-door corn crib.
Open-door corn crib?
Now, here you can buy crisp, hot popcorn anytime. Young Gilley, who had to take time out for a few months to doctor a rheumatic heart, is now ready to serve you with a smile. So, we have in Fountain Run big enough business of people who love popcorn to come down to the open door corn crib.
Well, there you go.
And buy crisp, hot popcorn anytime. It sounds good about now.
Yeah, it does. And cotton candy does too.
Some crisp, hot popcorn down there from Mr. Gilly. All right, 1958. Here's some big names in the sports world around here. Bob Bowden, a former resident of Glasgow, now living in Frankfurt, won the 4th annual Glasgow Invitational Golf Tournament last Sunday with a score of 70. Don Wood of Bowling Green was the winner over the last 2 years, but he did not participate this year.
Well, why not?
Well, I guess you just want to give somebody else a chance.
There you go.
Scott Moore tied for second in the tournament. Other local winners were Kenneth Sidwell and Myron Harris. Now, Mr. Wilbur Bewley fired a 110-yard hole-in-one. So, Mr. Wilbur Bewley, excellent golfer. Of course, he has sons like Jimmy and others who play pretty good golf, too.
I would say so.
And anyway, that was 1958. 1968, big news here. It's merging the national news and the local news. This was the day that President Johnson recommended Paul Holman as Glasgow postmaster. It's a big deal, you know. Postmasters, that's an important part of our country's heritage.
Mm-hmm.
And so it takes a president to name a postmaster. And LBJ did so in 1968. 1978, this is interesting, and I don't know if they still do this or not, but nonetheless, the Barron County Family YMCA this day in 1978 was sponsoring a new class in boxer training. You want to learn to box?
Maybe.
That's Slug It Out at the YMCA. Boxer training, 1978. I bet it's intense training, too.
I'd say so. Like Nellie and I, we went to the karate studio out here.
Yeah.
Learned how to throat chop somebody.
Yeah. Y'all still use that move, do you?
I'm not admitting anything. I'm saying if need be, I can throat chop somebody.
So you've had the training.
Yes.
1988, this day, Gary Skaggs became the champion of the Follis Invitational Golf Tournament. You know, it's each year it's fun to talk about the Follis, and they talk about it for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
But in 1988, Gary Skaggs was the champion of the Follis tournament. 1998, this was the day that Calvary Baptist Church welcomed their new pastor, Brother Bob. I'm sorry, not Brother Bob anything. It's I think the abbreviation for brother looked like Bob in my blurred glasses.
There you go.
But anyway, it's Brother Jeffrey Miller Conray and his family. Brother Jeffrey Miller Conray and his family, the new pastor at the Calvary Baptist Church, 20 years ago today.
It's been a couple of years.
10 years ago today, guess what we were doing?
What?
Celebrating June Dairy Month. And the notation here in the Barron County Progress is that the June Dairy Month kicked off with a breakfast. What better way to kick off breakfast, kick off the month, with a mighty fine cold glass of your favorite dairy items.
There you go, ice cream.
And kick it off for the whole month. That's the way it's set up. It's in the archives. And we want to encourage you to get down to the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center and see what there is to be proud of down there for sure.
For sure.
Thanks to Ray Green. Thanks to Ms. Gail Berry. Thanks to Ms. Sherry Wesley and her staff, and a whole bunch of volunteers that we probably don't even know the names of them yet. Now, we will, if you want to volunteer at the Cultural Center, you get to hang out with two important things.
Right.
Some really nice folks who love history, and some really nice articles of our history.
Mm-hmm.
And surrounded by it all day long for volunteering in the all air-conditioned, incredibly comfortable.
Thank goodness. They sweated forever down there.
That's right, they did. Museum of the Barrens.
See, they sweated forever. We talked about it. They got air conditioning.
Yeah.
If I bring up the snake infestation enough times, I'm going to get a Pied Piper.
Well, you know what? I got to tell you, I got a call on this yesterday.
Thank goodness.
The lady who had her husband bring the snake skin up here, Miss Agnes.
Oh, my gosh, that strawberry. I would love another. I would love some more of that.
Well, I guess you have to.
I'm hinting
you have
around
to do
now.
some snake handling first.
He can bring a python in as long as he
Yeah.
brings some of that strawberry shortcake with him.
Well, she called me yesterday and she said, "Let Angela know that I had another battle with a snake."
See?
And she says, "I won."
There you go. I'm telling you.
So you can draw a conclusion there, but I guess it was the inspiration that she wanted to let me know that she took on another one and then she championed the cause.
I'm serious, Henry. I was in the Park City Dollar Store yesterday.
Yeah.
They were sold out of mothballs.
Oh, they were, huh?
Do you know why?
Why?
Snakes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I didn't think people were putting a lot of clothes up for the winter just yet.
I'm telling you. Pied Pipers. Better
All
find
right.
one.
Well, anyway, I just want to be sure and pass it. Miss Agnes wanted me to pass that along to you. That
She has magical powers when
she-
it comes to making strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, that's right.
Telling you.
And it sounds to me like her powers are improving on getting rid of the snakes.
There you go.
It's 6:51 at WCLU.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription. Smith, look at your situation and start the process. In business for 44 years, we get it right. Smith Siding, 109 Ensminger Drive, behind Dairy Queen.
59 degrees, WCLU 652. I was walking by the back door just a minute ago, and guess what I heard? A mad cow.
Moo! Moo!
Who does a pretty pitiful moo, I might add. We're going to take the 8th caller right now and see if you can moo better. 651-914-9800-956-1023. Caller number 8 wins an absolutely gorgeous June Dairy Month T-shirt.
Hi, my name is Rachel Miller, and I'm an intern for Theater Fest, the summer theater at Lindsey Wilson College. I'm so excited to invite you all to our production of Smoke on the Mountain this summer. Smoke on the Mountain tells the story of a Saturday night gospel sing at a country church in North Carolina's Smoky Mountains in 1938. The show features 24 rousing bluegrass songs played and sung by the Sanders family, a traveling group making its return to performing after a 5-year hiatus. You definitely don't want to miss your favorite hymns brought to life by these lovable characters this summer at Theater Fest. The show will run June 27th, 28th, and 29th at 7 p.m., July 11th, 12th, and 13th at 7 p.m., and July 15th at 2 p.m. in VP Henry Auditorium at Lindsey Wilson College. For more information, check out our website at www.theaterfest.org or email Robert Brock at brocklar@lindsey.edu. Thank you. Hope to see you there.
Eighth caller, we got a gal who knows about a cow. Tell everybody your name.
Charlotte Steenbergen.
Charlotte, let's hear that moo.
Moo.
That wasn't much. That was that was a cow in a recliner somewhere.
Moo.
Well, that's better. That'll probably pass for one.
I've heard a lot of those cows move, though.
Yeah, well, you can sort of, I guess you kind of get used to which ones make which noises, right?
Well, my dad did.
Yeah,
he knew every one of them by name, and they knew him.
Yeah, well, see, it's a neat relationship that farmers have with their livestock, But you grew up around it, and so you've got this T-shirt here for being the correct caller. Okay, Charlotte?
Thank you much.
And have you seen them yet? They're green. I should have gone back and gotten one out of the front. But they're green, and they'll know you're coming, okay?
Okay, thank you, Henry.
Bye, Charlotte. Charlotte Steenbergen, she was the 8th caller. That's the way it worked out. And we've got more. Actually, I've messed up. I'm behind one, so I've got an extra one to give away today, so that I don't mess up anymore. And we also are going to be giving away as we are making our way into enjoying summertime. Very soon we're going to be giving away tickets to Beach Bend Park. And after that we're going to be giving away tickets to Dollywood. So you never know when that's going to happen. And we just don't want to we want to be sure not confuse anybody as far as, when they hear the chance to call in what they're winning. And today, like Charlotte Steenbergen, it was a June Dairy Month T-shirt.
Are you looking for your dream home or perhaps dreaming of your first home? Then come see me, Gay Parker at Citizens First Bank. As a KHC top lender for 2 consecutive years, I specialize in government and conventional home loans. For 37 years, I have helped the homeowners of South Central Kentucky. Now, let me help you. Stop in at our West Cherry branch in Glasgow or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Finance your dreams with Citizens First Bank.
Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Bobby Lee, it's always good news when you walk through the door. Good to see you today, bud.
It's my pleasure, Wes. Great day.
Well, we got to tell the audience about what all you got new at Hurt Auto Sales. What you got for us?
Just in, a 2014 Ford Escape sunroof silver sharp-looking ride, only $14,900. A 2010 BMW 328i 4-door sedan, a really nice-looking ride, $8,900. A 2012 Chevy Cruze LTZ, loaded with everything, just $9,500. A 2017 Nissan Sentra 4-cylinder automatic 4-door, just $14,900.
Bobby, you just have a knack for finding the cars that people want to drive, and you get them at the right price where they can afford to drive it. That's sort of the secret, isn't it, at Hurt Auto Sales?
Well, it certainly is. We aim to please our customers, that's for sure.
And I can tell you firsthand, it's a laid-back buying experience because at Hurt Auto Sales, the motto is
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
That's Hurt Auto Sales, West Main Street in Glasgow. Call 270-590-1181.
Thank you, fellas. 59 degrees here at WCLU. I got to tell you about our Good as Gold honoree. It's by special request today. It is Hannah Bray Day on the radio. Here is the, the submission form where somebody wrote in to request Hannah Bray to be good as gold. Now, it says here that she is turning 13 years old. She just graduated from the 6th grade. She's now entering middle school. And so to give her encouragement, this nominator said we need to pat her on the back and let her know she's good as gold. So if you happen to see Hannah Bray around, congratulate her on getting out of the 6th grade and encourage her as she handles the beginning of middle school, and let her know she's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste o' Texas. Hannah Bray Day. Congratulations. 59 degrees now, WCLU. The Glasgow Retired Teachers Association holding their quarterly meeting on Thursday. That's tomorrow morning at 10:30. At the Mary Wood Weldon Library. The Glasgow Renaissance Main Street Cruise-In is coming up this Saturday, June the 9th, from 9 until 2. Registration begins at 9 o'clock at the gazebo at the Barron County Courthouse lawn. No entry fee, but donations accepted. Now, the event is going to be held rain or shine. The proceeds are going to go toward purchase of an upgrade to the speaker system. Now, that is going to be money well spent for sure, so just be aware of that. And let's see. With that being said, at 6:59, we better jump in here and play trivia. Long John's A&W provides the prize. We'll see how you do.
Welcome to Long John Silver's, home of our new $5 Real Deal box. Dive into our wild-caught 100% Alaskan whitefish, natural-cut fries, hush puppies, dessert, and a drink.
Long John Silver's is putting burgers on notice with our hand-battered and fried to perfection Alaskan whitefish sandwich, fries, Cinepuffs, and a drink for just $5.
It's our $5 Real Deal box.
Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more.
The $5 real meal deal is the real deal. Long John's, Glasgow and Cave City.
Well, here we are coming off of Taco Tuesday yesterday, and I know that folks always enjoy going out there and saving money, getting tacos, 99-cent tacos on Tuesday. And, of course, today is Wednesday. One of the many things you can enjoy and save on out there is the real meal deal. Now, you talk about a real deal on a meal. $5, the total cost includes the meal, the drink, and the dessert. That's a real deal on a real meal at Long John's A&W. We're giving away a Fish and More dinner today. If you can answer this question, what is the nautical nickname of the Women's Reserve of the U.S. Coast Guard? Okay, you're familiar with the Coast Guard. Well, there is a Women's Reserve of the U.S. Coast Guard, and it's got a nautical nickname. Join the what? Which is the Women's Reserve of the U.S. Coast Guard. Hello, trivia.
The Waves.
No, not the Waves. Trivia.
That was my answer also.
Well, that's all right. Keep working on it. Who knows? What is the nautical nickname of the Women's Reserve of the U.S. Coast Guard? Trivia.
The Wax.
Not the Wax. Trivia.
The Spars.
Say it again.
Spars.
That's correct. And who is this speaking?
Amanda Pettigo.
Hello, Amanda Pettigo. How are you doing today? You know a lot about military stuff, don't you?
Well, my son's in the Navy.
Yeah.
So he keeps us surprised and all the things he feels necessary.
Well, tell me, what do you know about the Spars?
I don't know a whole lot, to be honest.
Well,
I do commend the women and men that volunteer for our country, though, for sure.
That's right. Now, it's interesting. There's a graphic here up on the screen, and actually, it's an interesting little spin on things here. The Spars. Now, let me tell you about that. Spars is sort of a nickname they made out of the Latin motto of the Coast Guard, which is Semper Paratus, which is always prepared. So they kind of put Semper and Paratus together, scrunched it up like a vice, and came up with the word Spars. And and it says here that the part of the motto was, enlist in the Coast Guard Spars, and release a man to fight at sea. So what they're saying, I think, is that we need help here in the Coast Guard, so that some of our members of the Coast Guard can get in the Navy and head on out to sea. The Spars, Semper Paratus, always prepared. So what do you think?
I'm definitely glad I learned something this morning.
Yeah, well, Latin is a lost language, but nonetheless, so many things we do each day are tied back to it. It's the Spars. We got the Wax, and we got the Waves, and all that, but we also have the Spars. Okay, Amanda Pettigo, thank you for tuning in and calling in and winning, okay?
All right, thanks, Henry.
And we got a Fish and More dinner ready for you, okay?
All right, I'll get it.
Have a good day.
You too, Henry.
Bye-bye. It's Amanda Pettigo. That's right. Amanda says it's the Spars. That is the name of the Women's Reserve of the Coast Guard. Semper Paratus, always prepared. So they came up with that word Spars. I think it's a neat, hey, enlist in the Spars. It's certainly a lot easier than remembering all that Latin stuff. We'll play tomorrow. Could be you we'll be sparring with on trivia here on WCLU.
Barron County Business.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Republican businessman John Cox.
Hello, California. Are we ready for a Republican governor?
There were big wins for women across the country. CBS's Laura Podesta.
Victory in a Democratic primary in New Mexico has set up Deborah Holland as the heavy favorite to become the first Native American woman to be elected to Congress.
In Iowa, 28-year-old Democrat Abby Finkenauer could become the youngest woman to take a seat in the House. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfruitville, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. As recent history tells us, disasters can happen. It's impossible to prepare for everything, but it is possible to prepare for what happens next. And that's where we come in. At ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, we can provide you with many options as an independent agency. And it's our job to make sure you know about all the what-ifs so that your policy has you prepared for what happens next. So just ask us. We'd be honored that you did. Just give us a call at 651-8837. We're ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Summer's officially here and the temperatures are up, but so are the CD rates on the Summer CD Special at the People's Bank. Going on now through June 30th, 2018, you can lock in a 24-month certificate of deposit with just a $500 minimum opening at the smoking hot summer rate of 2.32 annual percentage yield. Summer ends fast, and so is this limited time offer, so stop in at 605C Happy Valley Road at the People's Bank, working for you. Valid June 1st to June 30th, 2018. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Not valid with any other promotional rate. CD offer. No special add-on rates applied. Limited time offer. Rate subject to change. New deposits only. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For many years, residents of Glasgow got used to their friendly postman, Rollin Dixon.
I delivered all over town. I was the swing man. I delivered 5 different routes.
A kind word and a smile were his trademark. But there's a little-known fact about his smile.
My teeth have always been bad.
Rollin wanted his teeth fixed. He researched dental implants, and he got Dr. Jim Thurman to get the job done.
I got my first one in 2014. I have 5.
5 implants?
When I got one tooth fixed and got my cap on it and everything, then it wouldn't be too much till another one would go out. I'd break off.
What really was Rollin's incentive?
It's hard to eat when you can't chew food. I love steak if it's a good tender steak. But now if it's a tough steak, it makes my teeth sore. I do better with these.
Dr. Jim Thurman and his staff explained the entire process and made it enjoyable.
I always look forward to going out there and joking around with them. We always had a big time whenever I went. And, of course, he was right in the middle of it usually.
And that's right where he loves to be. Call 651-5939 and get started. Dr. Jim Thurman and Dr. Amy Cassidy.
The time has finally come. No more worrying about projects, tests, or homework. Graduation is here, and we're all ready to celebrate. So, fire up the barbecue, bring out the lawn games, and let's get this party started. At Bluegrass Cellular, we're proud of all the graduates in our community and want to make it even easier to find gifts they'll be able to use no matter where life takes them. Right now, buy any smartphone and get a free gift like Samsung Gear Icon X earbuds, or take $200 off tablets, smartwatches, and more. If you're ready to upgrade to a new smartphone, why not treat the graduate in your life to something they really want? Send them off with tech gifts great for starting college, a new job, a new place to live, or summer fun. Hats are off and deals are on at Bluegrass Cellular. Shop all gifts for grads at bluegrasscellular.com or visit your nearest store. Restrictions apply. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
7:09 WCLU coming up. Angela Briggs in the Live and Local 7 o'clock morning edition. But before we do that, we've got to see what's happening here with Ray Stajic at the Weather Channel. Now, Ray is dancing around a little bit here. He says, yeah, it might look like rain, but really it's not going to until the weekend.
The threat for rain limited. I don't think we'll see much rain over the next few days. It's the upcoming weekend. Some concern, low pressure passing north, dragging a front through here, and it'll drag it through, so it'll take its sweet time. And each day over the upcoming weekend, a fair chance of showers, thunderstorms. Today, just ISOs, which means something trying to go here and there, and that's going to be mainly during the afternoon hours. I don't see much rain at all. If it does rain, it's one of those days where you see the clouds try to build, and you'd be like, I wonder if it's going to rain. Well, I think if anything, it'll be limited. 87 degrees, and this morning, wow, look at the car thermometer. That temperature is down below average by 3-5 degrees, so it is very pleasant. And the pleasant air continues as we head on through the afternoon with just a touch of humidity. Overnight tonight, clear 56. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, beautiful day, but hotter, a little more humid at 92. Friday, Mid-90s with a mix of clouds and sunshine, then still in the low to mid-90s over the weekend. And we may get some afternoon showers and thunderstorms on Saturday, and some scattered storms are possible on Sunday. Right now, if there's changes I make for the weekend, temperatures may be a little hot. So that'll be one thing we'll be working on here over the next couple of days. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
7:10, 59 degrees at WCLU. No precip in the past 24 hours, but we have had a pleasant start to the day here at 59 degrees.
We are ready.
Let's go to the newsroom and News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Glasgow police responded to a 3-vehicle injury collision in the intersection of South Lewis Street and East College Street on Sunday. A 2000 Toyota driven by a juvenile was traveling eastbound on Lewis Street and pulled directly into the pathway of a 99 Pontiac driven by 45-year-old Nicole White of Glasgow, who was southbound on College Street. Knocked that vehicle into a 2017 Chevy truck driven by 23-year-old Zach Profit of Columbia, who was stopped on Lewis Street. White was transported by Barron Metcalf EMS for treatment. Officer Howard Garrison investigated that accident. You can get your discount state fair tickets now going online through Ticketmaster and at the Kentucky Expo Center's box office. Advanced discount tickets are just $7 a person. Parking's half off at $5 now through August 15th. Starting on the 16th, tickets go up to $10 and parking is $10. You can also find advanced tickets at participating Kroger locations. To see this summer's lineup, go online KentuckyStateFair.org. An afternoon accident claims the life of a woman. State police received a call of the 2-vehicle injury collision around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon that occurred at the intersection of Russellville Road and Petros Road in Warren County. 77-year-old Lily Raymer of Auburn was driving an 01 Honda passenger car eastbound on Russellville Road. 62-year-old Howard Bradley was operating a 2016 Volvo and was turning from Petros Road eastbound onto Russellville Road. Raymer's vehicle struck the semi in the rear end manner. Raymer succumbed to her injuries, was pronounced dead at the scene by the Warren County coroner. State police say they are continuing to investigate. And with the most recent news from the Metcalf County Board of Education, here's Superintendent Dr. Benny Lyle.
The Metcalf County Board of Education met in session on Tuesday, June 4th. Highlight of the evening was a reception and recognition of our retirees from the district. Those were Peter DeStefano, Marianne Forbes, Kathy Jesse, Benny Stevens, and Beth Thompson. Those individuals have put in many years of dedicated service to our school system, and it just a good opportunity for the board and the community to show their appreciation. In action items, the board renewed the membership in the Green River Co-op, also agreed entering into a athletic training contract with TJ Sampson, approved student insurance and our insurance renewals, and awarded transportation bids, approved the 2018-19 salary schedule, set future board meeting dates, and approved the first read of KSBA 1819 policy updates. The next meeting of the Metcalf County Board of Education will be July 10th.
With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 7:14 a.m., 59 degrees.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Rocky Hill Road in Glasgow. Veterans Ceremony begins at 11, followed by a full day of music. Derek St. Holmes, the Greg Martin Group, Cold Truth, Sour Cream, Tell Dragger, 9 Horse Johnson, and more. Admission is only $20. BYOB and coolers are welcome. Vendors, a silent auction, raffles. Proceeds benefiting the Freedom Warriors Veterans Organization. The 12th Annual Vet Jam and 5K Run. Saturday, June 9th, 1348 Rocky Hill Road in Glasgow.
In more local news, it all started around a Barron County kitchen table and now has turned into a legacy that will continue for years to come. Here's a discussion about the Barron County Boys and Girls Club and how it all got started. Okay, go.
I'm Tiffany Somerville. I'm the Director of Training at Spantech, and I've been involved as long as I've been with this guy. So
Your whole life then?
Yeah.
I'm Bud Lane. I'm CEO and owner of Spantech LLC here in Glasgow. Been here for 35 years or so, something like that.
Patrick Gomps. I've been in town for 53 years. So.
Can you believe they've not run you out by now?
They have a couple times, but I keep coming back. I'm like bad money.
We don't know who lets him in.
That's right.
Who's the gatekeeper?
That's right.
I'm Mary Lee England, Executive Director for the Boys and Girls Club here in Glasgow. 7 years or so.
Now, the Boys and Girls Club, I think, has a very unique story as far as how it started. I know at the when you guys unveiled the donor wall, there's a story told about how that Will Houchins was at his kitchen table one day and was just like, by the way, I want a Boys and Girls Club. Is that pretty much the way it happened?
It's pretty much exactly the way it happened. He told me, he said, why don't you start a Boys and Girls Club here? And so I was leaving for Phoenix the next day, and I've never really thought much about it. I went to Phoenix and Idaho, wherever we had restaurants at. When I got back, he wanted to know the update of what was going on with the Boys and Girls Club, and I said, Roy, I've been busy, and he said, I didn't ask you about busy, I asked you when you get in the Boys and Girls Club. So at that point, that afternoon we started. So, and from there, due to he and Nell and their generosity and their vision, we sit today.
Was that typical Roy Houchins?
Typical Roy Houchins. Just common sense. Don't want to hear no excuses. Don't want anything. Just want you to get it done. But all done in the vein of common sense and love a fellow man, and especially of kids.
Now, I know this is the Boys and Girls Club, of course, and I know it wouldn't be here without you, the support of you all. So why isn't this the Roy Houchins Club or the Bud Lane Club or the Patrick Gomps Club? I mean, why not get that recognition?
Well, I'm just not interested in it, that's all. So
I think if you do it to put your name on it, you're doing it for a different reason. And I think if somebody else if children put their parents' name or something, that's okay, but I can speak for the Lane family and for our family and Will and Nell. Nobody wants their name on it. They just want to help kids.
What does it feel like to come in a place like this that you all have been longtime supporters of, and to see firsthand the impact that it's going to make in the lives of these kids and their futures, and then their children and their futures. I mean, it just grows exponentially. So what's that like to see it?
I can't look at him because I'll cry. But I mean, to me, it's just such a huge blessing because we do a lot, and we've always joked with our people. It's fantastic, you know. They get stressed out about stuff. We're like, okay, we're not saving babies. It's not a big deal. We're just making conveyor systems. Calm down. We'll figure it out. But when you get to donate this money and come over here and see these lives, and you see this staff is so amazing. I mean, we give money, but they give their heart and their time, and you get to see these kids. It's just it's a bigger blessing to me than I ever could imagine.
You wouldn't be this much, I would have to believe that your support of this group comes from the example that your father showed. And I know it's the same for you, Patrick.
Yes.
So how does it feel to be able to carry on that legacy and to be able to show, you know, hey, Dad, I paid attention to the example you set?
It's very true. We learned this, my sister and I and my brother and all of us learned this way from our parents and from other people that we've been around that just do this out of their heart. But I'll never forget, I didn't even live here when he made his big donation. I had friends going, you know what your dad just did? I'm like, no. I'm like, way to go, Dad. So it's just one of those things that it's an easy thing. It's an easy thing because that's what you need to do. It's this community, it's this kids, and if we don't care for them, who's going to? Somebody's got to give these kids a chance.
But I always say, you pay for the kids now, or you pay for them later. And if you teach your kids right and wrong, they'll have to be productive citizens. If they don't learn, and unfortunately a lot of kids don't get that at home. They weren't blessed with the same situation I was. So, you know, you're going to pay for them in jail. Or one of the most telling stats that I got from somebody was in Indiana, they take the average third grade reading score, and that's the way they budget 10 years out the amount of prison rooms that they do. And that's true. You know, and the other thing to Mary Lee and there's credit is, you know, these kids, if they stay a semester, their grade point goes up 1.2 grade average. So if they're making D's or C's, now and you know, that's a big deal. That you think, well, how's that? Well, they just do their homework. They have to do their homework for their planning. And when my kids have somebody on them, get your homework done. All these kids, they don't have anybody. Yeah, that's right.
Mary Lee, when it comes to the Glasgow Boys and Girls Club, take out the Gaunts family, the Lane family, and the Houchins family. What would it look like without those people?
I'm not sure that we would have a Boys and Girls Club. I don't think we would have a Boys and Girls Club. And I've got to work with them close enough to know that they don't just give their money. I've been very blessed to get to know Patrick a while ago and the Lane family more recently, but we receive blessings from them that are priceless. Leadership, heart, soul, it goes way beyond their monetary contributions.
Tell me the difference this club makes in the lives of kids that live in Glasgow.
I've also been blessed enough to be here long enough to see it go full circle. I still keep up with some youth who have now graduated college. And just the fact of the matter is, had it not been for the Boys and Girls Club, whether it was because we physically moved them in and out of their dorm through their U of L time, or whether it was just we were here to give them a sense of purpose. And so then after that they had that drive, but we see kids who are adults now, who are productive citizens, who are currently going to college. We see kids that started here at the Boys and Girls Club as a youth, and now they're either working in the club or they're helping run the club. So we have seen those success stories, many of those success stories.
Do you think any one of them actually realized the full impact of this club and this community?
I doubt anybody.
It's hard. It is honestly hard to wrap your brain around. It really is truly hard to wrap your brain around. It just is. And for the generations and the generations and the generations that's going to flow through. We partnered with a lot of other nonprofit organizations. We attend conferences with Boys and Girls Club staff from across the country. And I had this conversation with Tiffany this morning, I've heard from multiple organizations, I've heard from other Boys and Girls Clubs across the country that we have something very different here, and different in a positive manner. Rural clubs are not known to be able to sustain themselves. We just come from a very beautiful, special community that cares about their youth and cares that those youth grow up to keep the tradition of Glasgow going. We are a community where our whole community is a family, and we care for each other and we keep it going. So it's going to go through generations to come.
So the way I look at this is that we're raising all these kids. We're raising another Mary Lee. We're going to raise another Patrick. Somebody. We'll see that now. Maybe a better But somebody gave us where we are. Somebody poured into us. Somebody spent time with us. And it's our chance to do that now. And we have to keep doing that because he's not going to be here. I'm not going to be here one day. But we've got to have these generations that love and feel this.
So do you think that it's important, even if someone may not have money to give back, could they give back to their community in whatever way they can?
Come by.
Well, the Bible,
And not be touched by
as you know, says time, treasure, and talents, and not one is any more important than the other. And I want to bring up something that you said. As much as I appreciate Will and Al and Bud and his family and us, there's a lot of other people. I just don't want to think that without us, we just do our part and other people does their part. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't say we wouldn't be sitting in this building if it wasn't for the relationship we have with the Housing Authority. And we partnered with them, and we found out that we were serving 76% of the same kids they're serving. So when we built this building, that's what we did it on. So people come in, they're not used to being this way with this kind of a building with gymnasiums and stuff. So and it's a credit to Mary and her staff that these kids, I mean, they're a lot more respectful than most kids anywhere, you know.
And Mary Lee, I know it's not easy to get these folks to sit down and talk about the good that they've done in the community because they're not out for headlines, they're not out for kudos. So do you think that makes a difference, the fact that their intent is to help as opposed to their intent is attention?
It is. No one, we had this conversation the other day, a child knows when you're being genuine. And it means a lot whenever they do come down here and they're with the kids and they talk with the kids and they know that they're being genuine. And it makes them feel, the impact is deeper. The impact is deeper. One of the reasons why I love having the donor wall up front is because gratitude is something that we need to make sure we're instilling in our youth. So I appreciate, and we appreciate every one of our donors allowing us to put their name on that wall so that we can teach our children to be grateful for what they have so they can pass, again, that characteristic on to their children. Being grateful is the right thing to do. Sometimes in life I think we complicate things with, well, why this or why that, when most of the time it's really simple. Someone said that, wise person said that to me a while ago. It's the right thing to do.
So now what are your all summer hours?
7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
And folks can come by, they can visit, they can volunteer, they can help out?
Absolutely. When you give a child, for one, a sense of purpose, but when you give to them of your time, it speaks volumes. Just giving a child your time, your attention, can completely turn their life around. It'll be an impact they'll remember for the rest of their life.
And that happens every day right here in Glasgow?
Absolutely.
Hey, wait a minute. Before we end, I just want to make sure everybody realizes, because most people in this community don't know Will Hutchins or now Hutchins, at least the generation removed. Without them, honest to God, without them, there would be no here. Because he left the amount of money to get it started, and he was the driving force for that. We come along, and we just, all we're trying to do is pick up the bucket and move it down the road.
Keep it rolling.
That's right.
You think there should be more of those kitchen table conversations, which is as simple as, I want this, let's make it happen?
One day in heaven, I'll have them with roll.
Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy to navigate website to our easy to deal with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
State police have arrested a Tennessee murder suspect. Dominic Michelli was arrested Tuesday night on I-65 near Bowling Green. Michelli of Nashville is accused of stabbing his former supervisor with the hatchet Monday. Nashville authorities are questioning him in Kentucky this morning. A Central Kentucky couple is facing abuse charges after their young child suffers physical injuries and tests positive for drugs.
State police say the 3-year-old child was brought into Frankfort Regional Hospital with several injuries, including bruises and bite marks. The child also tested positive for amphetamines and marijuana. The mother, 36-year-old Dawn Baker of Lawrenceburg, and her boyfriend, 35-year-old James Stratton of Frankfort, were indicted on charges of first-degree criminal abuse and wanton endangerment. The child was released to the care of a family member. I'm Paul Miles.
Kentucky State Police are investigating after human remains are found in a wooded area in Lincoln County. The remains were found around 2 a.m. Tuesday off Ike Singleton Road. Kentucky State Police Trooper Robert Purdy tells WKYT that they are now working to identify the body.
As you know, we have several missing persons cases here in Lincoln County, and so to try to determine exactly which one this might be would be complete speculation at this point.
An autopsy was performed on the body Tuesday afternoon. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I remember as a young girl going to Community Trust Bank with my mom. She would pack us all up and then we'd all go inside. Now I have 2 little girls of my own, and I look back and I don't know how she did it. I still bank at Community Trust. They have 80 branch locations, over 100 ATM locations, online banking, and mobile banking. They've made it so much easier for me and my family. And that's what I love about Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
In the time it takes to listen to this ad, someone who has a drug addiction can find help now. Instead of spending hours searching the internet and on the phone with treatment facilities, go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer a few optional questions like, who needs help? In what zip code do you need treatment? How will you pay? Options range from free to private insurance. Then get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting new clients. That's findhelpnowky.org.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast, sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Do you have your checklist ready for spring planting season? Well, the first item on your list should be Southern States. Yes, Southern States in Glasgow has been stocking up, getting ready to meet your demands this spring. Southern States has the right seed for the application, the right fertilizer to promote robust growth, and the crop protectants to help with weed control and pesky insects. Billy Beckham at Southern States has built a staff you can count on to help make those tough decisions, from yard seed to garden seed. And Southern States now stocks the hard-to-find Holland grills and accessories. Stop in at Southern States at 300 Sampson Street in Glasgow and see how serious we are about serving you every day. Call Southern States 651-6167. Southern States, farmer-owned since 1923.
Today, it's one of those days where clouds try to build. Think if anything, it'll be limited. At temperatures down below average by 3-5 degrees, and the pleasant air continues as we head on through the afternoon with just a touch of humidity. 87 degrees, and overnight tonight, clear 56. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, beautiful day, but hotter, a little more humid at 92. Friday, mid-90s with a mix of clouds and sunshine, then still in the low to mid-90s over the weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
All right, let's see. We got 61 degrees at WCLU, and the WCLU constant coverage and studio radar screen is nice and quiet today. Doesn't look like we're going to have any kind of moisture out there for a while, at least. 61 degrees. The barometer is at 29.88. Humidity at 94%. Southeast winds at a mile an hour, and this is a WCLU weather update brought to you by your friends, helping you get all of your growing done and so much more at Southern States.
Ugh. I was about to pull my own hair out. I've been driving around for the last hour trying to find a place for me and my kids to get our hair cut on a Saturday morning. I know, good luck, right? Well, don't pull your hair out. Stop in and see our friends down at Heritage 76 Barbershop today. Heritage 76 Barbershop is located right on the Glasgow Square, so it's not difficult to find, so there won't be any driving around looking for a place. You can go right next to the Plaza Theater. You'll see the barber pole right out front. You can stop in and see David, Anthony, and Cody, who have more than 50 years of combined barbershop experience. No problems if you want to stop in on a Saturday as well. They're open from 8 to 3, and you can make an appointment if you want to schedule your time, or you can just show up and walk in with the kids. Either way, you're going to lean back in a professional environment with a big screen TV and 3 barbers who can carry on a conversation and cut hair. Stop in and see Heritage 76 Barbershop, or visit our website, heritage76barbershop.com. Call for an appointment or stop in, but whatever you do, don't pull your hair out driving around on another Saturday. See Heritage 76 Barbershop.
It was one of those moments. I was a proud dad, standing behind my son as he just switched off on his first bicycle pedal, pulled out my cell phone, and what did I do? Dropped it. Yep, there it was. And I knew it was cracked the second I picked it up. I didn't worry, because I knew where to take it, and that's Gadget Patchers, located at 199 Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow. Gadget Patchers is a cell phone and computer repair store where I take all of my gadgets when they're in need of repair, whether that's cell phone screen, the charging port, or maybe it won't even come on at all now. And I have no doubt that Seth and all his talented staff at Gadget Patchers have the answers waiting for you. They can replace the entire screen, pretty much service a cell phone in any way imaginable. Time for an upgrade anyway? They've got newly refurbished phones and at great prices. Call Seth Arterburn down at Gadget Patchers at 270-228-0000, or stop in and get your repair quote on your device, or bring it in and have them take a look at it, and you can shop around for a fully refurbished computer or laptop right in the store, as well as tablets and other phone accessories that you're going to need once you get that repair complete. Be sure to mention WCLU and get 10% off all accessories. Don't miss another one of life's events because of your broken device. See Gadget Patchers today.
The time has
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Fun Center review of the Birthday Club here on WCLU, because we have special folks to celebrate with today here. Let me get the Ralphie's Fun Center birthday music up and running here. Let me see, where did I put that birthday music? There it is. Happy birthday today to Norma Kingry. Bryson Forrest is 16. Brandon Newton is 21. It's a birthday for Carolyn Edwards. Happy birthday to Geneva Riddle. Lyndall Rutledge celebrates. Butch Humphrey with a birthday today. I better check over here in this little nook and cranny and make sure we didn't have one sent in through this email address because it's been a busy last hour or so. Don't want to leave anybody out. Where are we? Well, I'll figure that out just in a second. Anniversaries, as I said, 20th for Melanie and Jeff Reed, and the 2nd for Lisa and Michael Tobin. So we're going to be drawing for a winner of a rose from Greer's Florist coming up here in just a little bit. And we're also going to be drawing for the winner of a birthday cake from Dairy Queen, the Big D and the Big Q. We're looking forward to that. 741.
Good morning, friends.
Be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the bank.
Now, let me jump in here and remind you that today we are patting on the back by special request Hannah Bray. Now, let me tell you that folks really take advantage of the ability to nominate people to be good as gold, and that is the case here for Hannah Bray. Now, this is what the nominator was telling us about Hannah Bray. It says here that she is turning 13 years old. She just graduated from the 6th grade, and she's now entering middle school. I think, if I'm reading this right, she was 13 on the 31st day of May. So it just took us a day or two to get in here, but certainly very timely to pat Hannah Bray on the back and let her know she's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Are you looking for your dream home?
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Dan, it's 7:46 here at WCLU, and I want to remind you about a couple of things here that are coming up. We have so many wonderful things going on this time of the year, and we want to do a good job of getting the word out to everybody. For example, we have the Glasgow Barron County Retired Teachers Association quarterly meeting, 10:30 tomorrow morning at the Mary Woodwelton Library. Also down at the library on Friday, it's the Internet Basics Computer class. Now, you don't want to get into being a programmer. You don't want to go to work for Bill Gates, but you would like to know how to turn on your computer, or maybe do a little more clicking, or maybe understanding all these terms. Well, this is an Internet Basics Computer class that they're going to be having down there on Friday, starting at 9:30. Sign up at the library. There won't be anything embarrassing. There won't be any, trying to show you up, trying to, spotlight anything you do or don't know. It's just a nice way to learn about being on the Internet and clicking around, that kind of stuff. Sign up, and you can do so at the library. 7:47 here at WCLU and 61 degrees. All right. Let me do this, and then we'll come right back.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
7:48 now at WCLU, and we're looking at a temperature reading of 61 degrees. Let me find the Tidbit News intro here.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street is Tidbit News. Things you might not know about, things that you might want to learn about, things you might want to practice on, various things like that. But I got a theme here for a little bit of Tidbit News here, Aaron. You ready?
All right. Yeah, I'm ready.
Food news you can use.
Food news that you can use. I got some food tidbits for you, okay?
All right.
Forget the honey. Waffles seem to work better. There's a black bear taking a stroll through a busy street of a Florida city, Fort Myers, Florida, Just an old leisurely stroll through town with this big black bear. And he was lured to safety by a popular breakfast staple, waffles. Florida wildlife officials said the yearling bear was spotted Monday morning near a Fort Myers apartment complex. A resident saw the wildlife officer place waffles stuffed with something in a container and then put the container in the trap to lure the bear inside. Unsurprisingly, the bear was trapped without incident soon after.
Wow.
It'll be released in a less populated area of the state. They have relocated, since 2017, 87 bears.
Wow.
And they have actually used a waffle in many of those to lure them in.
Wonder.
I have some bear-like tendencies, I guess, because that would lure me in.
Yeah. I sure do like waffles, too.
Yeah, I got places to be, but wait a minute, there's a waffle. All right, story number 2 in the food news that you can use department. Police in Massachusetts say an argument over potato chips led to an assault at a shelter over the weekend. The Metro West Daily News reports 64-year-old Harold Dewar of Framingham, Massachusetts, was arrested Saturday night. He charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Mr. Dewar had a warrant for a previous assault when he was arrested. Police say the assault happened Friday at the South Middlesex Opportunity Council-owned shelter in Framingham. They say that Mr. Dewar screamed at a man who asked if he had opened his potato chips.
I mean, sometimes you got to scream.
Police say Dewar then threw a ceramic bowl that shattered against a wall and cut the victim's face.
Well, it wasn't a direct hit. It was like a ricochet.
You know, Dewar left the shelter but was arrested when he returned. Dewar's attorney argued that the incident was a mutual fight. You don't hear that term a lot. I think it has to be mutual for it to be a fight.
I would agree.
If you don't want to be any part of it, it's not hardly a fight. So anyway, these folks there were, it was a, I like potato chips. I like them too much.
Yeah.
I do believe the nobody can eat just one potato chip theory.
I tell you what, I'd fight over Miss Potts' strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, well,
I'd throw a ceramic bowl against the wall if somebody tried to get mine.
You could be arrested for that, you think?
No, I wish they would.
Here's another little food news you can use story. Police say that they solved a shooting in Ohio that left a man wounded. The oven did it.
Gotta blame somebody.
The Vindicator in Youngstown reports 44-year-old Robin Garlock received wounds to both shoulders while he was trying to retrieve a handgun that he had hidden in the broiler unit of his oven.
Ooh.
What?
Now, that's not exactly the smartest thing.
No.
Mr. Warren, or the police in Ohio say that Mr. Garlock put the gun in the broiler because children were coming over.
He hid the heat in the oven.
Oh. Oh, that hurt.
Now, his girlfriend was unaware of the gun's presence. She turned on the oven Sunday to bake.
Ooh. Oh.
Police say she called out Garlock when she thought she heard a gunshot fired outside. Police say Mr. Garlock was struck by the bullets or bullet fragments when they exploded inside of the gun. No charges have been filed against the oven, it says here.
100 years ago, when I was living in Rallis, I was married to Zach's dad, and we were cleaning out a room before Zach was born.
Yeah.
Gonna make a nursery out of it.
Yeah.
It's funny now, it wasn't funny then.
Yeah.
So we had a big burn barrel back in the backyard.
Yeah.
We had taken a bunch of stuff out and put it in there, and I didn't realize there were some bullets down the bottom of a bag that just looked like junk.
Uh-huh.
So I threw in that burn thing away. He lit that thing, and after a few minutes, it was like bam, 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 bam.
Junk bullets, huh?
All I know is that it was hilarious to me, not funny to him. I'm still laughing about it. I've never seen him move that fast. He dropped to the ground.
That's pretty interesting. How do bullets get declared junk?
I mean, it was like it was a bunch of junk in the bottom of a box.
Okay.
I just dumped it all in there.
If they were spent or something, maybe.
Yeah, they were spent.
That's right. They weren't in their familiar. They weren't in the cylinder, kind of like the oven.
No, they weren't spent. They were live bullets. They pop, 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 and he dropped out, screaming, squall.
Well, got to watch out for those things. Make sure you check the trash.
I was inside.
And finally, this is an interesting little thing here I saw in the news just a minute ago. Do you dream of lush landscapes?
No.
Beautiful fall foliage?
Nope.
Maple syrup on tap?
Yes.
And how about some sled trails on your doorstep?
Not even one time.
Well, if this particular, let me get closer to this. I can't read it. If the answer is yes, fantasize no longer, because the Vermont government has pledged to pay some lucky American citizens up to $10,000 to move to Vermont. The only requirement is you have to be employed full-time by an out-of-state employer and happy to work remotely in your new home and to commit to becoming a Vermont resident.
Henry, I don't want to be the Vermont on the scene reporter.
Vermont's population is small. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, it's estimated that they just have 623,657 people living in Vermont as of July of last year.
Maybe they need to rethink what they're using to draw people in.
The state's new and What did you say, Aaron?
Paying people
I'm
to
saying.
move.
$10,000. Come see us.
They should have let off with maple syrup. That'd have got more people.
Yeah, that's right. On tap.
There you go.
The state's new initiative, signed into law by Governor Phil Scott on May the 30th, aims to bolster
Phil Scott.
Phil Scott.
Oh, I thought it was like fill the spot. Okay,
No,
sorry.
They're filling an empty spot in Vermont.
Seriously.
The money will be available on a grant to prospective Vermonters on a first-come, first-served basis starting January 1st of 2019.
I bet the line's forming now.
That's right. You'll get $5,000 a year for up to 2 years. You know, I don't know anything about Vermont other than what I...
if they're paying people to move there...
Yeah. Were you thinking there's a problem?
I mean, I'm thinking that people, if they're not coming willingly, if they're not like, heck yeah, I want to go to Vermont.
All I know from Vermont is what I learned from Dick Loudon.
Who?
Well, it's a television
Sound like Walter
show.
Mitty?
No, it's a television show. You know, where it was set in Vermont. You don't
like
remember
Bob Newhart?
Yes, Bob Newhart show. You remember my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl?
Yes, I loved them. They were great.
They were Vermonters. They lived in Vermont. See, that was hilarious.
If I could live next door to them,
I
might think about it.
Kind of late. Well, they'd be over there all the time.
Well, you'd have to spend your $10,000 in like parkas and snowshoes.
That's right. It's a little different in Vermont, but nonetheless, could be a good if you want to regroup, restart. There's an opportunity.
If you want frostbite, go to Vermont.
Tidbit news. That's what we have. It's a little food news and some Vermont on the side.
Again, I would throw a ceramic bowl against the wall for that strawberry shortcake.
Okay, all right. That sounds. To me, that sounds like.
It's that serious. It's that good.
You're almost whining.
I try to whine. I've been whining about snakes forever. I haven't heard of Pied Piper.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll do some more tidbit news tomorrow. Maybe we'll have some more food news that you can use. I got to play that intro one more time here, just because we don't always have as much food news as we would like to have.
Food news you can use.
And that's Tidbit News for today. We'll come up with some more for you tomorrow. We hope that you will be around to enjoy here on WCLU.
The time.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what
This is the live and local 8 o'clock morning edition. We'll have local news following this from CBS, 8 o'clock.
CBS News on the hour.